Hey everybody, this is Cripe Novel Games, and today I'm going to talk about a couple things. One of them is my own fuck up, but how many people bought Halo? How many bought the Halo remake? It's not really a remaster. It's definitely a remake on the I don't know what you call this. A working game development, I guess. What would you technically call this? It's the same game. It's just brought up to Unreal 5 engine. Remaster, whatever. It's not a remake, I can tell you that, because there's no fucking local deathmatch, at the very least. I understand if they didn't want to branch out and do the online, but there's no local multiplayer. You should have remastered the whole game. Now, hold on. Where does it say it? It does say Halo Campaign Evolved. So two things. I couldn't wait. I did enjoy the first Halo. I can actually play it beginning to end multiple times as I am right now, playing it solo. I'm playing it co-op. I am really bummed about them not at least having the local multiplayer. I know it would have taken work to put it online, but you're Microsoft. Well, I know it's Digital Foundry, but overall it's Microsoft, right? So that bummed me out a little bit. I do, however, think that it looks gorgeous. A whole bunch of nostalgia came flooding back. I played this game originally when I was 16. I wasn't even 16 yet. I was 15 when the Xbox came. No, I'm lying. Xbox. No, actually, I'm right. I was 15 when Xbox came out because the original Xbox came out the week before my birthday. Yeah. So, holy shit, that took a while to get there. But Halo, for me, I didn't have an Xbox when it originally came out. My friend Nate had one, and my house was usually the hangout house because my parents were never home. There was always alcohol. We had a 6 foot by 6 foot fire pit. I had a pool. I had a jacuzzi. And like I said, I had no supervision whatsoever, especially when my parents got divorced. So when my parents got divorced when I was 15, my dad went and bought a massive TV. Probably about this size, but it was in 2001, so it was a big fucking deal. Because this is 75 inch, 80 inch, 75 inch. I'd say my dad probably had like a 65 inch big screen TV, which I played so many games on. I had played Resident Evil Remake on GameCube for the first time the day it came out on that TV. It was amazing. I actually have a story about that, which will be a different video because it's not what I'm talking about here. But anyways, my friend Nate came over with his Xbox. He had 4 controllers and Halo. And pretty much every weekend night we were at my house, in my living room at my dad's house, playing this, getting shit faced. And then my house was the party house in high school. Not because of me. My sister, who was the same age as me, and then my older sister were extremely popular kids. I'm sure they're popular as adults, but when they were kids, they were extremely popular. So we had a lot of people over, and then it progressed into when our parents weren't around. We had parties, and then eventually my parents just didn't care that we had parties. I lived out in a really private area out in the woods. The only way that a cop was ever driving down my street is if somebody called them from my street. But when I think about it, I don't think I ever saw cops unless they were chasing like my dad or going after me and my cousin. I don't think I ever saw cops on our road, so it was pretty crazy. But a lot of that, I would like come home from a friend's house and my sister was already having a party, and then I would break out a console every time and we would play fighting games or whoever, and then it would just be like a rotation of drunk people. Let me rephrase that: a rotation of drunk kids playing video games. When Halo dropped, because I'd play like Smash Brothers was a big one too. A lot of Melee was played. That's where I started. Like, I had friends, but it's because one, I sold weed, so I was beneficial to be around, and two, like all these people were around mainly because they were friends with my sister, and I wasn't a total annoyance. So I wasn't like, oh, you got to tolerate it. They were just like, people were cool with me. And then when Halo, Smash Brothers we did, but Smash Brothers was a little bit later where everybody wanted to play it. It didn't really blow up right away. It blew up. I'm talking about things that are completely different videos. I need to do a Smash Brothers video because that actually extends from when I was a little kid to an adult of like events that I've been to regarding Smash. But Halo was the big one that it was generally the same 3 people that would sit down, and we would do a few death matches in Halo, which then progressed to half of the house was my sister having a party, and then half of the house was people just playing the campaign of Halo. And I ended up beating the campaign with people, and then just having so much fun. I remember it. That's how I remember Halo. And then Halo 2, I don't know. I think I didn't get into it as much, even though I liked the game. I liked the single player more than the multiplayer at that point, because I wasn't playing games as much when Halo 2 came out. And then when Halo 3 came out, that was easily my most played online game that wasn't a fighting game. Probably still to this day. So Halo is a series that's near and dear to my heart, and I don't actually have any why I love Halo videos. I think it's because it became so multiplayer heavy and online heavy that I feel like if I just came out and was like, here's why I love Halo, and I'll hit like the story beats and the way that the game was presented in the single player version, people wouldn't respect that because they only care about it being multiplayer, which then brings me back into this one. This one's amazing. I love it. I started playing it, and then I posted a short on here about the bridge that drains your ammo for your good weapons, only gives you fucking plasma pistols from the enemies, and then has you get charged by an elite with an energy sword who can one-hit you, and he drops down from the top level if you're on the bottom, so you can't even sneak. That was obviously by design to get you scared, and even though I knew it was coming from 20 years ago, I still didn't do an ammo check. But I got the same feeling while I was playing the game as an adult and when I was a kid, and I'm playing it with my son, so now I can take that memory of possibly dying from alcohol poisoning almost every weekend, feeling like shit, having the spins just to play Halo with some friends, into a positive memory where I'm playing the multiplayer with my wife, or I'm playing the multiplayer with my son. I am really bummed that I have enough kids to fill out a red team to do some red versus blue, and it's not available on here. I'm so pissed off about that. But anyways, I don't even think I talked about this, but here's the other thing I've been playing. Ooh, I had to buy a hard copy of it because, first of all, physical first. Second, not physical forever, but physical first, at least. I ended up buying it on Xbox even though I wanted it on PS4, and I have the original and hard copy on PS4. Because when I was playing Astrobot, my wife was like, how come Xbox does not have any games like this? And I was like, they do. Like, Super Lucky Tail was good. But they are multi-platform games. Xbox doesn't have a dedicated platformer. They should have one. They own Banjo-Kazooie, but everybody who worked for Banjo-Kazooie, who worked to make Banjo-Kazooie when it was under Rare, walked away. Made a company called Playtonic. They made Yooka-Laylee. If you want to play Banjo-Kazooie, you just play Yooka-Laylee. Now, granted, when the original one came out, I did not like it as much as I liked any of the Banjo-Kazooies. This one, I now like more than any Banjo-Kazooie. The original Yooka-Laylee took me about a year to beat because I would stop and play something else, because I played levels in chunks, and there's not a lot. I think there's, 5, 6 levels? Worlds? I can't say levels because the way that it's structured is the same as like Banjo-Kazooie. You go in the world, and in this case, the worlds are massive, and then you have to do all the stuff in the worlds. A lot of collecting. If that's not your bag, this is not your game. But if you're looking for, especially on Xbox, to fill a void of not having a platformer game, which I just found out people don't really like these games anymore, which is atrocious to me. Like, what are you allergic to fun? But yeah, if you're fiending for a N64 era platformer that's modernized, because you can play the PS4 and Xbox One versions of Yooka-Laylee, and those play exactly like an N64 game, and by comparison to this, they fucking look like an N64 game. So Yooka-Laylee's really fun. And then I'm like looking back at, I was playing this, I was doing my collection video, and I ended up playing the Bouncer for a little while. And I've been playing old games, went back, I think I showed you guys, I was dealing shit with my mom. I ended up making a portable Dreamcast. I made a portable Dreamcast because I was waiting for this to come. I order these on occasion from, either AliExpress or Temu, or to get the real cheap ones. I'd say like 33% of the time what you get shipped is not what is advertised. I think we all expect that. 66% of the time. That's actually good. What's in it's not good. You have to completely wipe these things, but this is usually capable hardware, and I don't have a 3D printer, and I ain't interested in soldering. So I'll get one of these, clear out the garbage that they have in it, and put my own shit on it. This particular one came with emulation station. That's actually not common. They usually have 2 or 3 different ones, but yeah, these are pretty amazing. So basically, if you can find, try and get a 2025 to 2026 edition. If you make sure it says that if you're buying it from one of these bootleg places, because that generally means that the technology on the inside is matching what's probably minimum on the market at that time, but you're also only paying about $20. But these are pretty capable if you know what you're doing. Just, again, wipe everything off, or if you anticipate the type that you're getting, like if I knew this one, how this one was set up, I wouldn't have to wipe anything. I would have just had a mini SD card ready to go, drop into the other slot, and then just pick up what I was working on. But I wanted a handheld Dreamcast, and I was going to order one of these because I ordered one for my son, and I stripped it down, and I ended up making him a portable PlayStation out of one of these. He wanted to play Silent Hill. I was so proud. He played a bunch of other games, but yeah. So this one was going to become a Dreamcast. It's not. This one's actually just going to become a PSP, I think. And then I'll get a different color. I'll do a different console. But I think out of all the years I've done these, we've only held on to 3 of them. I usually turn around and sell them. Because if I get them for $20 and then I put in a good 5 hours worth of work, parsing out lists and all that shit, I'll turn around and sell it for $150. But anyways, I haven't told everybody what I do. I shouldn't have said any of that. Whatever. Anyways, so the point of me showing you all that shit was, we have all these new games coming out, and I don't get as excited for them anymore as I did when I was younger. My wife and I try to go back and play Dead Island 2. I don't, it's not like, new games feel like it's just a consume. This shit is good, but it's hard. This is what made me order Ukulele. I really hope they do something with Conquer, but I went back and started playing Conquer again. I wish they had some kind of achievement support, since they ignored it for so long, and then they brought it back and they gave it out for free. If you have Game Pass, it's free. I have a hard copy of it, but I'm not going to ever use it again now. I'm just going to play it on here. It's not the rare replay version either. This is actually Live and Reloaded, which is the one that they remastered. They didn't remaster. They definitely remade. They remade it on Xbox, because that started their little friendship where Microsoft ended up acquiring Rare. I believe this was their first release. I hope they do something with it, man. And not no weird side shit that nobody heard about like they did 10 years ago. Don't do that shit again. Make an actual game. Why do we not have... Either call it Live and Reloaded 2 or Bad Fur Day 2, but just give us a second one. This character's got what it takes to carry a franchise and make you guys a lot of money. It's an IP that you own. I'm not even going to get into this right now. Thank you guys for watching. I can't deal with this. I'm having way more fun playing older games. I was about to end that video because I didn't want to rant. But you guys have seen, if you've been watching my shorts, what I've been playing more recently is fucking, look at my top games right now. These are by size, but these are also pretty much in the order I play them. Let's see this. Right? So, remake, remaster. I mean, technically a remaster, it looks a lot better than it did on the original Xbox, but it is still the Xbox game. Remaster / remake. I've been playing a lot of that lately. Retro classics. I don't play Xbox nearly as much as I do PlayStation. But the point is, like, almost everything that I've been playing lately has been an old game, or a re-release of an old game, or just going back and playing the old game. I don't know if that has to do with the whole physical edition thing, which made me pull a bunch of my collection out of the attic, and then I was like, hey, well, I have it down here, I'm gonna start playing it. Or if it is like games that have come out that have been great, like Pragmata. Slitterhead is fucking awesome, but it just, I don't have the desire to sit there and play them anymore. And then I'm thinking, it's like, oh, it's me. I'm not enjoying games as much anymore. Um, Maybe I'm detaching myself a little bit from them, or what. And then Halo comes out, right? And then usually I sit down and play games maybe for an hour at a time, so I don't take large chunks because of how much adult responsible shit I got to do. And then when Halo drops, I fucking wake up at 2 in the morning and I play Halo from 2 until 6 a.m. I don't do that anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's not. And then same with ukulele. I played ukulele. How long have I played this already? Is it gonna tell me? I like on Xbox. I mean, I like on PlayStation. It just tells you. Oh, sorry. It doesn't. It does. It's a big ass card that tells you 7 hours and 1 minute. This game hasn't left my Xbox, and that's not a large number, but that's a large number for. I think I've actually only started the game like session wise twice. So we're talking at least 3.5 hours and 3 hours to a 4 hour session. Um, so nope, it's not any growing detachment from games. It's like, I don't know. I don't get as excited for the new stuff. Maybe because most of it is fucking just, hey, we're gonna give you this thing and then we're gonna charge you more in a little bit to get the rest of it, or to get the stuff we planned out for it. I don't know. I think that part really ruins it for me. Well, the fact that everything is, I mean, we get a lot of single player stuff, especially in the indie scene, but a lot of stuff is just multiplayer focused, and even the heads of these fucking, I'm not even gonna say development because it's not development studios, you know, talking about people obsessing over single player games, like the future's in the multiplayer. The future's already here. Multiplayer is it, but single player games are still few and far between to have an experience that's just for that. I think that's why I reference Pragmata and something like Slitterhead, is because there is no online option. Even if online is tacked on, I hate that the focus goes to it. I hate that when a game comes out, like when a good example would be like Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. Like, my son really enjoyed the online, but it, Doom games aren't online focused. I played Doom 3 online a lot. Me and my friend Sean were in the top 3 in duos for quite some time on Xbox. So I played a lot of it, but Doom's not an online-centric game. So the fact that some people, when the reviews came out, were like, the online's awful. I'm like, fuck you. Like, who picks up Doom to play the online version? If you want to play an online shooter, I'm pretty sure fucking Halo, Call of Duty, it was Call of Duty not at the time. But Halo was the established game, right? So, was it? It wasn't out yet. Halo 2 was out. I don't know what I'm talking about. Halo 2 was out for a year before Doom came to Xbox. But yeah, so, I don't know. How y'all doing? Thank you guys for watching. I do have a video upcoming, by the way, where I'm sitting in front of the TV. The camera's a little further back, but I'm not going to say exactly what it is. But thank you guys for watching.